EEBC Tuesday. Today we're going to be making veggie fajitas. So here are our ingredients. We're going to need some tortillas. For some of the garnish on top, avocado, lime juice, red onion, some salsa, sour cream or vegan sour cream if you'd like, portobello mushroom caps, red onion, different colors of bell peppers, doesn't matter which colors you have, and garlic. Some of the seasonings I have, this is salt, pepper, chili powder, adobo, garlic powder, cumin, paprika, and then some grapeseed oil for the pan. So we're gonna go ahead and get our veggies chopped up. I'm gonna start with my peppers. And I like to keep a bowl just to collect all of my things instead of running back and forth to the trash can. And you want to cut them into strips. You want to try to make them as even as possible so everything cooks evenly. And I did wash all of my produce in advance. So. And to me, the more color you have in your veggie dish, the more appealing it is to the eye. So get all those different colors, even if you have like green bell peppers, or they have those like striped bell peppers in the store. So whatever kind of peppers you'd like to use. I just make sure I have a variety. And I'm going to go ahead and get the onion chopped up. And then some of the onion I like to save for the avocado mix. I don't like to call it guacamole because I don't add a whole lot of stuff to it, but just mashed avocado that I put on top of the fajitas. And once again, with the onion, you can use any kind of onion you like. Sweet Vidalia onion or yellow onion, white onion, doesn't matter. It's just, we happen to have purple onions, so, or red onion. I don't know if it's purple or red, whatever. That's what we happen to have today, so. last thing we want to get done is our garlic. I usually like to use 2 or 3 cloves. You can use however many you'd like. And a tip from our normal chef Keith, he says the more you cut garlic, the stronger it is. So depending on how strong you want it is how much you want to cut it. So you can either slice it or chop it, mince it. But the more cuts you make, the stronger it is. I'm just gonna chop it up. Okay, so now that we have all of our veggies chopped up, we can move on to, I don't have all my veggies chopped up. Missing my main thing, my mushrooms. So you want to clean out the gills on the mushrooms. And you can eat them if you like, but it just makes it a little prettier if they're not in there. And you just want to slice these into like really big, thick slices. So. You still want them to have like a meaty texture to them. So. And I just have 4 portobello mushroom caps. Alright. Okay, now we are back at the stove. We have all of our veggies chopped up and our mushrooms are over here. I like to use 2 separate pans so I can cook it at the same time and then combine it all into one. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat up this first pan. Okay. And get a little grapeseed oil going in that. I'm gonna go ahead and heat this one up too. Just a little bit of oil in there as well. Not as much. Alright, and the first thing going over here is going to be my onions. Let's get those in. And let those get going for a little bit. And then this is when you want to kind of go in and break up the rings. And then at the same time, you want to go ahead and Get your mushrooms going. So you kind of have to keep an eye on both pans here. Okay. And you also don't want to overcook your vegetables because this is all about the vegetables. You don't want them to be kind of soggy or whatever. You still want a little bite to them. So, which is why I do the onions first, because that's probably the one thing that you do want to cook down. But the peppers, you kind of want to leave them a little bit crispy. So, let your onions get going. Once your onions have gone a little bit, you can go ahead and add in your chopped garlic. And let that cook a little bit. Okay, and then over to our mushrooms, we're going to start with our seasoning. So just kind of do a sprinkle of each of the ones that I listed before. So this is adobo. Okay. And I have chili powder. Paprika. Okay. A little black pepper. Little cumin, or a lot of cumin, and a little garlic powder, and then finally a little pinch of salt. And you're going to kind of mimic the same thing over here, but first I just want to start with the salt. You don't want to season it up until you get all the veggies in. Okay. So it looks like I can go ahead and add my peppers. And a little bit more. And if you see things start to stick a little bit, you can always, or things are drying out, you can always add a little bit more oil. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to add a little bit more grapeseed oil. So while my mushrooms are going, I'm going to concentrate on my veggies over here. And so see how the onions are much softer, but the bell peppers still, you know, a little, have a little bite to them. So we can go ahead and do our season run on the veggies. So once again, I'm going to start with the adobo. A little chili powder. You can be a little bit lighter on the veggies than you are on the mushrooms. So pepper, paprika, cumin, and your garlic powder. And then you can add another pinch of salt if you'd like. And get those all mixed in. want to keep your mushrooms moving at the same time. Looks like they're about ready to add to the rest of our veggies. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get those added. All mixed together, and that's our fajita mix. Okay, while the fajita mix is cooling just a little bit, I like to go ahead and mix my avocado. Like I said, I don't really like to call it a guacamole because guacamole you add a whole lot of stuff to, and this is just pretty much avocado, onion, and lime juice. These are little baby avocados. That's what they had at the store. Then I like to go ahead and chop up a little bit of onion. I like to chop that really fine because you're going to leave this raw, so you don't want to really bite into a big chunk of onion. Or if you do, you can leave it chunky. And just a little bit of lime juice. And then a little bit of salt. That's it. Okay, and once you get your avocado mashed up, that's it. We're going to go ahead and start our plating. I have a tortilla here on a plate. I'm going to warm it up a few seconds in the microwave. And that's just so it's pliable, so it won't break on us. Then I'm going to get some of our mixture here. It's cooled nicely so we can eat it. So make sure you get everything in there. Make sure you get mushrooms, onions, the peppers. And they're all seasoned nicely. A little bit more color. Okay. And then you can just come over and top it with the avocado. And then I like to use Better Than Sour Cream, which is a dairy-free sour cream. And then just a little bit of salsa. And whatever else you like to add to it, you can. If you like to do lettuce, tomato, or cheese, or anything like that. But that's all that I like on mine. And that's it.